Surprised you made it on time.
I'm always on time, baby. Gotta make sure I'm ready to put on a show for the fans.
I just figured your new PR guy. Have you doing a couple radio shows and TV shows this afternoon, talking yourself up.
Oh, man, look who just rented a condo in your headspace. Hey, look, if you're not careful, I might just buy the whole building.
Okay, so you got jokes, huh? You ever get tired of hearing your whole hustle?
There it is. My first down payment.
So it's all you now, huh? Just you and baby Zuckerberg?
Zach's on all the Mad Ants, all right? This exposure's good for all of us. We all win.
Mad Ants aren't going anywhere. He needs to just focus on looks from the league. Everything else is a waste of time.
So what, you think that he's gonna help you with the scouts,
No.
too?
I know he's going to help you. But you're in my way.
Hey, you heard about Vlad?
Nah, who's Vlad?
The Romanian guy on the Nets. They just brought him over. Vlad the Impaler?
I didn't see a Vlad on the roster.
Their center.
Andre Haji?
Right, yeah, but they call him Vlad the Impaler.
Hey, man, don't sweat it, Howie. Whoever he is, we got this.
Oh, you know something I don't?
Yeah. I read up this morning on Wayne Hoops HQ. A vlog called us out, saying that the key to this game is neutralizing Haji. And the only way to do that is to get everybody involved, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Are you looking to get a triple-double?
I'm looking to win, baby. Win!
Hello, everyone, from beautiful Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'm Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi. We've got Mad Ants basketball for you as they take on the Long Island Nets.
And of course, the player to watch out for the Nets is Andre Haji, better known as Vlad the Impaler, a monster of a big man that is a top talent in the G League.
And with Vlad on one side and AI and Marcus Young on the other, you can expect a lot of beautiful basketball being played.
Well, the Mad Ants will have their work cut out for them. We'll see if they're up for the task as this game unfolds here tonight. And when Young is on the floor, you know he is going to be a threat to score.
Offense just comes so easy to Young, and he knows it. You hope he finds a way to expand his game, but when you need a bucket, he is such a good option to have.
Good on the shot.
A wonderful inside score, really like an old school big man. You gotta like watching Haji do his thing down there.
Now here's AI, defended by Nelson. Fires for three, and Tatum is good for three.
Well, if you ever had the chance to talk to Paul Tatum about basketball, you can really just tell how passionate he is about the game. You pick any topic about the sport, or any part of the game's history, and he'll chew your ear off about anything until the sun comes up.
Now here's Haji. Jacks up a three. Goes back up, and it's good on the layup.
Using his height well on the glass, the Romanian superstar is fantastic at reaching out and snagging second chance opportunities.
Here's AI. Pass to Randolph. Back to AI. Count it. Good. Well, it has been said time and time again, but it doesn't make it any less true. The state of Indiana loves their basketball.
And it's one reason why a team like the Mad Ants can have such a devoted fan base. It goes across the entire state.
It's in everyone's DNA. And the foul called on AI. That's his first foul. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Ted Nelson for three. He's off on that one. So Fort Wayne will take it the other way. 8 feet out. Pass to AI. Back to Tatum. Trigger screen. Second chance shot. Nice jump shot.
And Paul Tatum, a Houston native, grew up in that area.
And Tatum was a huge Rockets fan growing up. You talk to him and he'll tell you his love for the game all started with him watching his hometown team as a kid.
Yeah, watching a little T-Mac, a little Yao Ming.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far.
An energetic point guard who looks to involve his guys. Kelsey is still hungry to prove he's worth an NBA roster spot.
And he's got his first free throws of the night right here.
Al Kelsey taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And for Long Island, Vlad is the star of the team, but to top to bottom, they have talent.
Absolutely. They provide a tough matchup for teams because they can run so many sets from inside and out. Reminds me a little bit of how the Denver Nuggets are constructed.
Yeah, great point, Brian.
Now here's Trigg. Randolph covered by Joseph. Shot clock at 5. Trigg a screen. And it's blocked by Andre Haji.
And shooters beware. Whenever Haji is roaming nearby, he's capable of swatting it away.
The fader. Long Island, no good that time either.
And the head coach of the Mad Ants, Gordon Keller. He's a back-to-the-basics kind of coach. He's going to drill the fundamentals and accountability to this Mad Ants roster from the first whistle to the final horn.
And the Mad Ants call time here. And Coach Keller not one to mince words with what he expects.
Absolutely not. If you're playing for Coach Keller, you're going to be sound fundamentally. And that structure he brings is crucial for players in the G League who are really looking to shore up their game.
Here's Trigg. Pass to AI. 6 to shoot. Screen by Grace. Here's AI. Calderon shoots over Fresh. Rebounded by James. And stolen by AI.
And of course, AI, a name that might sound familiar to college hoops fans. Had a good run, a big game in the Sweet 16, but ultimately the team came up just short. Still, showed some great potential in what was his final year.
Now here's Price. Russell. They set a pick. Jumper off the screen. It's hauled in by the Mad Ants. The shot. The quick look, no good that time.
He kind of short-armed that one after doing a nice job to get open. Disappointing.
Pass to Price. And stolen by Calderon. One thing you have to admire about Coach Keller is his commitment to having the team stay involved with the community.
When you create an atmosphere like that within a locker room and the surrounding city, you get more than the sum of your parts. Keller inspires his players by really making what they do larger than the results on the floor.
Now here's Fresh, looking for his first basket still in this one. And the basket by Price.
Yeah, he's a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. That's what he brings to the table.
Now here's Carter. AI outside. And that does it for the first quarter. The Mad Ants on top. They're up by 7. And the second quarter is on the way when we return.
Disposal system here at the arena.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second period. Nelson outside. The three-pointer, no good. Pass to AI. To the middle. Tipped. Shoots from the right block. And it's blocked by Andre Haji. Here's the break. Here's Andrews. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Solid mechanics on the jump shot, Andrews. This is why his coaches encourage him to shoot.
And with Marcus Young, perhaps the first thing you notice about him is the killer instinct on the court.
Young is a player that is always looking to exploit a weakness or catch a defender slipping up. Sometimes he'll get too focused on that aspect of the game, but I'd say it's worked well for him so far.
Pass to Haji. Shoots from 12. The shot comes out. The Mad Ants go the other way with it. Now here's Randolph, defended by Nelson. AI with it. Screen by Grace. To the paint. Good, and the assist goes to AI.
Some defensive breakdowns happening now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these high percentage shot attempts, it's not going to get it done. They need to figure it out.
Here's Haji. AI grabs the miss.
You know how things get around here in Fort Wayne. When the Mad Ants play, the entire city pays attention. The whole city shuts down as they love to support their local G League chapter.
Pass to Grace. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
A challenging stretch for Long Island here. And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And out of bounds, the Mad Ants will take it.
Substitution on the court.
And here are the Mad Ants. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Trig a screen. Inside. The kick out to Young. Pass to AI. 1 second left. He clangs that one off the back iron and it falls.
Nice mechanics on the shot. AI is very...
And through one half, it hasn't even been close.
If you have misplaced an item during your trip to the arena, our Lost and Found is located directly behind Section 108. Lost and Found.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at AI in this game. He's been everywhere.
He's played a very smart game offensively, looking for, finding the gap. Gaps in the defense to get the best shot possible.
Yeah, the way he played that first half, well, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient on offense.
And with Vlad the Impaler, they really run the offense through him.
Every set this team has makes the best use of having an elite center in the middle. Haji is a great presence on the floor, and it's no surprise they built the offense around him.
And Tatum gets it to go.
Tatum teaching a lesson to his teammates on how to use a screen. That's a play that all young players need to master.
Pass to Haji. Back to Kelsey. Nelson, covered by AI, lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Trigg.
Well, Tim, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding, but it feels a lot bigger than that.
The score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution have been superior. Well, I'm not sure, Brian, if you caught the local news, but apparently some of the Mad Ant players played a pickup with some of the locals.
Yeah, a sight to see for sure. I believe it was AI and Tatum in a 2-on-2 game. You know, small things like that are what makes this team so endeared in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, they really love them out here.
Timeout called, the Nets.
He saw too many easy buckets coming from inside and wanted to put a stop to it.
I would think so. I would think so. If they keep giving up the kind of easy looks inside that they have been, they're in big trouble, too.
And they've got to change something up. Let's see what they do.
Campbell, that's good.
Great communication on the inbound play. He got into good position, and the pass was on time and on target.
Howie Carter, not the most impactful player on the floor for the Mad Ants, but he is a valuable member of the team.
Oh, absolutely. He can give them a spark on occasion, but he's one of those glue guys. Fantastic chemistry with the rest of the team, and he just knows his role.
Pass to Haji. Odom with the ball. Trigg defending. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. And they're making this a runaway.
Yeah, the only question here for us to follow is how big the lead will eventually become.
And here's Calderon. Great pass to set up the land.
That would be 4 in a row for them now, as they have come out racing out of the gate to start the second half.
Now here's Russell. He's covered closely. Pass to Haji. Shot on the wing. Again, the net's good for 2.
And Andre Haji, better known as Vlad the Impaler, he is a handful of a center. Does everything you want from a big man, including scoring, defense, and setting up others. On the offensive end.
Trigg a screen. Back to Carter. Now here's Calderon. Clock at 6. Kicks it to AI. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Haji. And with Haji, as you mentioned, it is the ability to create for others that's so special.
Very special, very skilled, very smart player. You know, it's rare to see a player of his caliber last long down in the G League, and I just think it's a matter of time before he catches on with an NBA squad. You just know there are scouts here watching him play.
Well, there's got to be teams that could use that kind of playmaking ability.
Absolutely.
And AI and the rest of the Mad Ants were involved in some community work recently. They had a booth at the State Fair.
You just have to love that the team is willing to take time and meet fans on an individual basis by having a booth at the fair. It just takes a day for the players, but goes a long way in developing ties with the community.
Trigg a screen. The drive by AI. And the dunk by AI.
Have to guard AI tighter than that. He's too good, too clever. And those screen and rolls.
Pass to James. Now Price, covered by Boss. Fresh with it. AI's there. Out to the right wing. Corner shot. Russell misses.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that one.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. Just phenomenal ball movement.
Everyone's looking for the best shot, and it's paid off during this run.
They set the pick. Pass to James. Shoots over Boss. It's hauled in by the Mad Ants.
Got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just didn't fall.
But you're right, that was the shot they wanted, and they'll take that shot every time.
Good execution, just need to finish.
And here's Trigg, defended by Fresh. Here's AI. A beautiful reverse layup.
It's not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. Just too many looks from in close.
You know, usually when teams give up runs like this, it's because they allow chances from inside. Make them beat you from deep.
To the inside. Pass to Fresh. Long Island, no good that time either. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Mad Ants ahead, just dominating the... And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Both teams deciding to change it up. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. AI right side. Pass to Tatum. Young. AI up top. Trigger screen. Down low. Yes, and it's AI picking up the assist.
You like to see that kind of offense know-how from AI. Perfect timing on the pick and roll. He gives the defense fits when he's running that play well.
Haji with it. Triggs there. Haji gets the bucket.
If you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Back to Trigg. Out to Tatum. Outside Young. Just 5 on the clock. AI. And again, it's Fort Wayne. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Picked by Haji. Pass to Andrews. Now Haji. Nelson sinks the triple.
Such an assured talent. You give Nelson any room to shoot off the pass, and he'll make use of it.
Now here's AI, defended by Nelson. Now Trigg. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
And the foul called on AI. That's foul number 2 for him.
Substitution on the court.
Young comes with the double team. And stolen by AI. Pushing it up. And finished off by Marcus Young.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, they're not taking any chances. This is how you close a game out.
Just look how happy their coach is.
Here's the pick. Here's Odom. Rebounded by Trigg. And they've been really controlling this one.
Never want to get too complacent, though.
Magic called their own on the wing. AI. Odom defending. And the dunk by AI.
When he has a night like this, it's very hard to imagine AI won't be playing on the NBA stage very, very soon.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and game clock. Outside Andrews. Pass to Campbell. Andrews. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Campbell. Over Trigg. No good off the back of the rim. And there it is, the final whistle. Mad Ants win. Fantastic performance from the team to defend the home court.
And there were standout stars tonight, sure, but I like the way that the whole team, everybody, aimed to slow up Vlad the Impaler. That was a key factor in Fort Wayne coming out with the win.
Offensively, the Mad Ants seem to be gelling, and you can just see when this team is on the same page, and they gave us a peek of how deadly they could be on offense tonight.
And that's about all she wrote, folks. For Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, I'm Blake Suniga. Thanks for joining us on this presentation of G League basketball.
What's your name? You're working hard, right? Fighting.
Yeah, but I keep slamming into this wall.
Why?
I don't know. I'm doing everything right. I keep my head down. I grind.
But you're still hitting that wall. So climb over it. Find your way around it. Dig a tunnel underneath it. Do not think about this wall as a barrier. Think about it as a question.
What's the question?
When I was a little kid, I wanted a big sounding job, right? Just like everybody else. I wanted to be a doctor, lawyer, president.
Astronaut. I wanted to be an astronaut.
Right. But then I got older and my heart told me something else. Words. I loved how they sounded when I gave them context, purpose. I knew I wanted to be great at it. And everyone told me that it was impossible because of the barriers, right? I'm a female. The odds, the competition, and never be able to make it as a living. And unfortunately, they were right. Every single door that I knocked on was slammed in my face.
But you knew they were wrong.
I knew that I could write. But I had to think about why I was being rejected. What were my flaws? Regroup, rethink.
You went over that wall.
I built a ladder.
So, what happened?
Oh, it all fell apart, and now I just troll around at carnivals looking for stuffed animals to complete my collection.
Oh, right. See, that's impossible. Can't be done.
No, now I have a great career, and it pays me enough that it's my only job, and it continues to grow. I am a sports writer and owner of Wayne Hoops HQ.
Wait, Wayne, that's you? That's amazing. I read you like all the time. I always thought you were a guy.
Oh, okay, because girls can't write about sports?
Nah, the exact opposite. I always thought it was written by a dude named Wayne.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Okay.
I get that all the time.
Yeah, your piece about Ben Simmons' development as a passer, man, I read that like 50 times.
Thank you. Yeah. I did feel like going out with you was kind of touchy territory and crossing a line, so I kind of wanted to see how this went before I told you about it. What I do is very important to me, so anything that could call that into question is a red line.
Yeah, I totally get that.
I want to get you something before you leave.
Okay. Oh no.
Yeah,
What is,
company on your walk home.
Thank you. Thank you for this giant elephant.
No, you won't look creepy at all. Just tall guy, his stuffed animal.
I know exactly where this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
Rhymes with ash can? Yo, it's your boy AI coming at you from Fort Wayne, Indiana, all by way of China and the Shanghai Bears. What's up to my people out there? What's up, Wei? What's up, Zhang? What's up, Coach? Hey, Corey Harris, I'm coming for you, man. I'm not gonna take it easy on you, but man, we're gonna have a good time, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be good. How was that?
Not magic, but it works. Yeah, it works really well actually. It's real. It's unfiltered, you know? It's gonna give me something to cut into the gameplay so that people get to know the real you.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to come off like I'm just trying too hard to promote me only. I want my game to speak first.
Your game is gonna speak for you, man. I'm gonna speak for you. There's nothing wrong with having a couple more voices in the room.
Look, hey, you gotta keep your wrist loose, all right? You're shooting too flat.
What do you care how I shoot? You're the one with the game coming up.
I know. Look, one more time, okay? Wrist loose, elbow in. Woo! That's right, baby. Feels good, right?
It does.
Hey, so, you think I screwed up with Nikki?
What, on that date?
Yeah. I think that she thinks I'm nervous around her now since she's a reporter.
Are you nervous?
That's not me. Ice water veins, remember? It's not like she's in my head all the time or anything like that.
Wow. It's the unflappable AI finally getting butterflies.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's kind of like what Paul was saying about the city. Like, I've had girlfriends before, but I mean, not like this. Something about her just makes me feel like I'm home.
What? We open on the two of you driving through Amish country. You're going through one of those covered bridges. New idea. Yeah, you're wearing those hats and overalls. Yeah. You open it up on the 2-lane blacktop. You see those rows of corn going by. She's looking at you, and you can see it in her eyes. You go, "This is good, man. I can sell this. What are you doing this weekend?"
All right, let's reel it in, Zach. Let's reel it in. All right, let's sell the game. Okay, let's focus on the game.
There's no line anymore, AI. It's all the same brand. You want to get to the next level? This is what you have
Let's
to do.
keep it at the game for now, okay, man? Come on.
That's not enough.
Well, it has to be. Okay? For now?
Fine. Yeah, for now. Fine for now, yeah.
Most exciting part of the G League this year. The NBA is not far away. Oh, AI, yo. Check out what your boy said about your boy.
Hey, man, get that phone out my face, man.
No, come on. You're going to hear about it anyway. I mean, it's everywhere.
Look, Corey Harris ain't the only player in the NBA.
Well, look. It's not just Corey Harris saying it. All of the Lakers are retweeting it. The timing could not be better for me. I mean, I got scouts coming to the stands. They don't want to miss the show. This is like chess. So who's running space and who's head now, huh?
Yo. I don't want to disrupt your flow there, Bobby Fischer, but the scout ain't here for you. He's here for the Flying Dragon.
Please, I would have heard about
He's
it.
the Heat's new forward from China, and he is knocking on the door of a 48-inch vertical.
You talking about Han Shi?
Huh?
Yeah, the Flying Dragon.
Yeah.
He was on the Jets in China. I guarded him when he played us in Shanghai. He showed me up then, but I know.
Good evening and welcome everyone to another edition of Mad Ants Basketball. I'm Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi. We have a road matchup tonight between Fort Wayne and Sioux Falls.
You know, the big story tonight, it's the matchup that goes back to China. AI will see a familiar face as the Skyforce recently gained the services of the Flying Dragon, formerly of the Chinese team, the Jets.
And you know the two of them will want to prove something out there tonight.
And we'll see if having seen the Flying Dragon in person before gives AI and the rest of the Mad Ants an advantage. But it should be a tough one either way.
It's the matchup that fans of both sides have been waiting for.
Well, you can't help but notice the raw athleticism of Flying Dragon. Can just blow by anybody.
Yeah, Flying Dragon's leaping ability is what jumps out at you, but he's very shifty and flexible, and he has a fantastic first step. One of the best athletes in all the G League.
It's such a treat to watch.
To the inside, Tatum, yes, and it's AI picking up the assist.
There's no reason to let Tatum get this close. When he does, he's committed to scoring.
Roberts with the screen. A clear look for Han Chi. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the shot.
Well, you figured out it was just a matter of time before the Flying Dragon came over to the States. The numbers and performances he put up in China were absurd. And you just know that a team was going to take a closer look at what he could do over here on this side of the pond.
Count that one.
AI playing with grit. That was not an easy basket by any means. It really shows how much his game is growing, that he can finish through that type of contact.
Now here's Han. The shot misses. Great. D that time from AI. And as you said, it was the Heat and Skyforce that made the move to get Flying Dragon.
And the Heat were very interested in him, and they feel he has a lot to contribute to their team. Might take some time for him to adjust, but that's why they sent him to Sioux Falls first to ease that transition. They see big things ahead for the Flying Dragon.
And without a doubt, Sioux City has been energized since bringing the Flying Dragon onto the roster.
Boy, when you add a dynamic athlete like the Flying Dragon, it brings a spark to the whole team. We saw the same effect happen when the Mad Ants got AI. The defense was ready for him, got a hand in his face, and made that one much tougher.
And that's something that every team needs, rugged interior defense to just make your opponent think twice about coming down the lane.
The way that AI has come out firing in his first few goes with the Mad Ants, there is talk that he could garner NBA attention.
Exactly, Blake. If he keeps performing like he has and doesn't slip up, you have to think NBA teams simply can't ignore him. But, you know, the one thing is he can't get caught caught up in that. Just needs to go out and keep improving his game.
Take it day by day. Now a timeout called by Sioux Falls.
He saw his team giving up a lot of points and wanted to get a break before it got any further out of hand.
And that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. That's a good timeout.
Yeah, and I think, too, another part of the job is to stop these long runs.
Now here's Barton. To stop the run. It's hauled in by AI.
Just talking with AI and the rest of the team, you get the sense that AI has really started to find himself on and maybe more importantly off the court. Having a few games under his belt with this team has put him at ease, and the results are visible on the floor.
The Skyforce trail. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. The offensive rebound. A nice shot by Benjamin.
Not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
And it'll happen again and again if they don't put more effort into boxing out.
And that's what it's all about, Brian. Rebounding, effort.
Trigg, covered by Evans. A nice shot by Trigg.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it seems like it's come from inside the paint. Buckle up on defense.
Yeah, it's time to collapse down and make them shoot jumpers.
Now here's Barton. To the inside. And finished off by Will Keefe.
How fun is watching this fella go to work?
It's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Man, he can just get up.
His body control and concentration in the air are just remarkable, guys.
Well, a handful of players on this Mad Ants roster could make the jump to the NBA someday. Howie Carter, not one of them.
Yeah, you know, Carter's a very talented player, but he doesn't have a standout skill that will land him on an NBA roster. He knows it, but just appreciates the process of trying to improve his game.
He tries for three. It's hauled in by AI. Down low. And Doug Evans with the block.
Terrific play by Evans, in position, doesn't overreact, able to send that one back without fouling.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much size inside and expect to get a hand on it.
And that one misses. And that does it for the first quarter. Mad Ants ahead. Both teams changing it up here. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Bucket is good. With the numbers he puts up, you figure it was just a matter of time. NBA teams have their eye on Young.
Not surprising at all, given his burst. The latest rumor is that the Lakers have...
Outrageous move, but that's what he's known for. The Flying Dragon giving us a show.
Trigg a screen. AI high post. He's got 6. Trigg a screen. Young. And that one off the back rim and in.
Fantastic at using whatever screen comes his way. Young just needs a little daylight and he's good.
And Flying Dragon coming over from China, just like AI on the Mad Ants did.
The two, they had faced off against each other, had some great battles from what I've heard. And maybe that will carry over to this side of the Pacific.
Well, we can only hope. And he makes both free throws.
Well, from what we've seen so far, Hanshi relies on his leaping ability, his athleticism, his aggression. He needs to improve the shooting range, though.
To the middle. It's stolen by Evans. And here's the fast break. Now here's Barton, defended by Carter. Hahn with the bucket.
You don't get the name Flying Dragon by staying on the ground. He is sporting a 48-inch vertical. You combine that leaping ability with his height, and he might be one of the most feared aerial artists in short time.
Here comes the break. Knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. The Skyforce able to retain possession here.
Skyforce ball.
Pass to Ducey. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Assertive when it comes to scoring inside. Ducey has an impressive feel for this area of the floor.
One thing with Coach Keller is that he wants to impact more than just basketball knowledge to his players.
Absolutely. Coach Keller is of that vein where he wants his players to experience life outside of basketball, to be well-rounded men in the community. I know it's something that the players get behind and appreciate from him.
Yeah, he's just such a great coach on and off the court.
Outside Hahn to the wing on the left. Here's Barton. Tipped away. And that concludes the first half. Mad Ants out in front.
Fan. We invite you to visit our world-class food court, where we have a variety of top-notch food vendors to satisfy our
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close. And we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third started. Hahn really making a difference here.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, that's pretty much what we've come to expect from him.
Which really tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Well, you might have seen that article about Marcus Young recently. He's certainly a star in the G League.
Yeah, when you have the offensive talent that Young does and are as driven and ambitious as he is, you're destined for great things. Definitely a name to watch in the G League.
Yeah, one to follow, definitely.
Count it.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now. I mean, there's more holes in their defense than in a block of Swiss cheese.
Man, you just made me hungry, but that's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were in tight. They've established themselves inside. And where's the cheese?
And it's AI missing.
Got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just didn't fall.
But you're right, that was the shot they wanted, and they'll take that shot every time.
Good execution, just need to finish. There's a pattern taking shape. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Yeah, 4 of their last 5 baskets have been of exactly that variety.
Well, the Mad Ants were excited to land AI, and he's continued to improve his game since he's arrived.
He has put in work and is razor sharp in his focus. Sometimes a player is a late bloomer, and that might be the case with AI, given how he's stepped his game up. His ability is matched only by his energy, guys. He's usually in the middle of everything for them.
Now a timeout called by Sioux Falls.